Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is review our story sequence chart. Okay, so every story needs 3 components to be a good story. Can you name them for me? I've given you some clues. Lucy, name one.
Dress up.
Okay, dress-ups really make it interesting, right? That's true. But what are the 3 main parts of our story? Jaden, just one.
One. Climax and solution.
Okay, so the climax and the solution. Lucy?
Conflict or problem.
Right, the conflict or problem, and what's the first paragraph?
Characters and setting.
The characters and the setting. And so how do we find these in the story? Do you remember how we do that? We're going to kind of be like your parents. We're going to ask what? We're going to ask good questions, right? Do your parents ask you questions?
No.
What did you do today? What was it like in class?
No.
Because they know you've got information up in your brain and they ask you questions. And sometimes you just answer them like, fine, good, nothing. Well, we can't make a whole paragraph and an interesting story from that. So we're going to ask some good questions. So what would we ask about characters? Right? Who are they? Right? Who are they? What are they like? What else would we ask? What is their personality? What is their character? Do you remember what we talked about, what character was? Do you remember last week and the week before when we talked about that? How would you describe someone's character? Were they liars?
Yeah.
Right? Is he a liar? Is he a thief?
I'm a liar.
Is he honorable and trustworthy and humble? So that's the character. How would we describe someone's personality?
Evan's got a sneaky person.
How do we, okay, sneaky, funny, pleasant, cranky, pardon?
I'm like evil.
Evil, that's kind of character, personality, they're cranky. All right, so what about the setting? What are the 2 questions we said we wanted to answer about our setting? What do you think? When the story takes place and where it takes place. And then we're going to create an image or a mood here. What words could we use in this portion of our story? We have a whole section of them. Do you remember what kind of words we talked about using in this section of our story? I'm going to give you a clue. Jaden.
5 sentences.
5 sense words. We're going to use our 5 sense words here. Remember how we talked about the storm and the ship?
Yeah.
And how we would use our 5 sense words to describe that? Okay, that's a great place to do that. Then, to develop our problem and conflict, we have to ask some more questions, right? So we want to know, what are our characters, what do they think? What do they think about the problem?
They think.
What do they say about the problem?
They say we need to solve it.
What do they do to solve the problem?
They solve it.
What do they do to solve the problem? And then the climax and the solution.
Yay.
Yay! It's the favorite part of our story. Are y'all getting that?
Yep.
Is our climax and solution always happy? Is it always a happy ending? No. Sometimes it can be. Sometimes it doesn't have to be. So the question that we want to answer in this last paragraph is, how is our problem solved? How is our problem solved? Right? This is the high point of our story, or the turning point of our story. Okay? Our high point or our turning point. of the story. Now, do you remember what I said I wanted the last paragraph of your story to have? Do you remember? What do you think?
I have a guess.
What's your guess?
Wait, what do you want your last sentence to have? Your last one to have?
Okay, well, okay, that's one of them. What do we do? What do we use our last sentence for? Okay, Mallory.
Title.
The title. That's right. We want to choose a couple of words out of the last sentence and make our title. What